Hey.
We got it. We got it.
Oh, good.
You look pretty tired, man.
Yeah, I got 3 hours of sleep or so. Just thought it'd be fun to do a video like with
Yeah.
that. Speaking of that, did you get that video I sent a second ago?
Yeah, I looked at the beginning of it. It does like an iPhone box.
Yeah.
White, hard, fancy paper.
Yeah, I had to I had to get the recycling out last night, really late, and I was already tired, but it woke me up and then I decided to just you know, make a keyboard case until I got tired. So I cut a bunch of
You want to
stuff.
show it to the people?
Uh, I don't know how. I mean, I don't. That means I could like get up and go turn on a light and point the
You can't bring it
laptop.
over to the you can't bring it over to the
I mean, I guess I could, but I just have to go turn on a light and
Okay.
get up and stuff. I don't, I don't want to.
I'll show it. I'll show it. I'll
Oh,
show
yeah,
it.
you can
Anyway,
show.
anyway,
Okay. Yeah, oh, that's you could stick it right in the screen, the camera. That's right.
anyway, keep going.
Um, yeah, so, just I really like cardboard boxes. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, so I made a little keyboard case for this keytar that I might keep or probably sell. I don't like keytars. I mean, I don't even like using them. I mean that word, that word keytar was invented like in the late 90s. I think it was probably invented in the Napoleon Dynamite movie, I would say.
Uh yeah.
um, if it wasn't, it was invented right after it. Um, you know, when those first came out, they were called remote keyboards. That's what musicians referred to them as, is remote keyboards. I guess in the late 70s, there was some like Moog uh, keyboards. I think it was called Moog Liberation, and then probably Jan Hammer played it or something.
Okay.
And,
Jan
um,
Hammer.
and then
I was gonna say, if you run out of things to say, or what we can say next is just start naming people that you've seen them play, play the guitar.
yeah, God, I mean, I feel like a group of words was just invented in the late 90s, like mullet and keytar, and then it's just like they just became like these little pleasure button words for certain people. They just you just say those words and it just like injects some kind of pleasure into your subcortex or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
Give
shit,
me
you're
more.
frozen again. I hope you unfreeze.
No, I'm not frozen.
Well, on
I'm
mine,
not frozen.
I can hear your voice, but you're just like,
Okay. Oh, am I still
no,
frozen?
no, you're okay. You freed up there.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. It stinks, but
I guess we got off the subject of jazz recently. We just kind of, I mean, do we, like we never talked about like what instruments sound, are no good in in a jazz setting that we don't want to hear. Do we want to talk
well,
about
sure. I mean, we can bring we can bridge it with the keytar, which
that? Whew. Yeah, that's a good plan.
I saw it the other day. I mean, I could tell by the way that Herbie Hancock picked that thing up that it probably weighed. I mean, it looked like it weighed 400 pounds. You know what I mean? His
Yeah.
he because like I want to say um, James Brown's a couple of Jeromes came out and like helped lift it, help lift it onto him. As he was kind of like had to seat it correctly on his shoulders so that the so it wouldn't wrinkle his silver tunic that he was wearing.
Yeah.
lacy silver tunic. But once he kind of got it on, I mean, he was empowered, by the word, just like this shot of dopamine to the neck. I mean, he's like kind of trying to hop around and like do his shoulders a little bit.
Oh, this
What's
is
the what's the
when you went to go see him recently, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I thought for
Or
some reason I thought you were talking about a video from the 80s, but no, I see because I was like, wait, he wouldn't have called it a keytar in the 80s, but I see what you mean.
y-
Yeah.
and he didn't call it that at all. I mean,
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
he didn't say, "Hey folks, I'm about to go get my keytar."
Yeah.
But he did hop around with it a little bit. I mean, do you think it's heavy? Not that one, but
Yeah, man, that one is not heavy enough. I mean, that's a, I mean, it needs like about eight D cell batteries to, if not to power it, just to weight it down.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, the ones from the early 80s and the mid 80s um, yeah, just had a lot of circuitry in them and were probably heavy. They
Looked
probably started
heavy.
getting lighter in the mid to late 80s, you know.
So, okay, so I mean, so there's the keytar and the jazz stuff, but did we do a video on what instruments shouldn't be in jazz?
I think we touched on it. Um, we just kind of like referred to it like, hey, oh, we should, let's just mention it. Let's just brush across this real quickly, and then we'll do a more expanded one later. Or maybe we started to do it, and then we just kind of like took a left turn with some other
Well, we
thing.
can we can do it real quick. Why don't we
Okay.
just trade? Like I'll do one and you do one.
Okay.
I mean, vocals,
Yeah. Vocals.
vocals.
Man. Uh, yeah. I guess you have to be in a real sentimental mood to just want to hear vocals with jazz, or just like a overly sentimental person. I just, man, what
Well, there's some.
vocals?
I
What
want to say,
vocals do you
yeah.
like? Talk about,
Uh, okay. I mean, I was just going to say that. I mean, there are some exceptions. Chet Baker, I love. Um, some of the Manhattan Transfer stuff
mm.
and Hendrix, Lambert, and Ross. I mean, that stuff. I still know there's an element to it. I still know where the sounds are coming from, but I mean, uh,
It's really not even like, I don't know. I mean,
John
um,
Hendricks is
it's
something
it, it
else.
kind of it for me. It's like, I enjoy hearing jazzy vocals, like where it's kind of goes into like an easy listening thing, but when it seems like it's trying to be categorized as like, a jazz club with a singer, then it's just that's taking it too far. Like
Well,
Andy
totally.
Williams or somebody singing, uh I mean, Frank Sinatra albums, I mean, I enjoy, that stuff, but it's almost more about like orchestration. It's just like a jazzy classical pop thing, but then, when it's just, when it's just like an intimate setting situation.
Okay. I just changed I just changed the title of what we're talking about.
Oh.
What instruments do you not want to hear anyone sit in on?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess because that's the line, like my first line of thinking is who do you start cringing at when they start walking toward the stage with either a case or nothing? You're just like,
Or their face.
oh, or their face. You're just like, Go ahead. That's a better
Yeah.
title.
Um, yeah, let's see, vocal stuff. I mean, I think we both like, I mean, I can listen to some Betty Carter.
Well, again, like, okay, Betty Carter is a she's an Art Blakey. She's the Art Blakey of vocals
Yeah.
to me. I mean, it's like you got into it because of the band and you put yourself in the band's seat. You're just like, I mean, well, I do when I start listening to it. You hear
Oh,
her kind of start to
shit.
sound like,
Dave, I might need to go. We might need to abort this.
dang, it was gonna get
Yeah.
good. Where are you going?
Well, let's just,
Oh,
yeah, well, we
you
can
got a
recreate
call.
it. Yeah. I
Okay.
need to get off before it's, too late. Goodbye.
Dang. All right, man. We'll